And welcome to today's show, MLB Classic Interviews with the coach, Michael E. Mayden, as the coach is taking you behind the scenes one-on-one with the MLB stars of the game. And we got Noah Schultz, pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, Edgar Carroll, catcher for the Chicago White Sox. We're going to take you back for a blast from the past with Torrey Hunter and the coach one-on-one. And the coach is going to conclude today's show with Billy Brick, a well respected man in the world of baseball who was my scouting supervisor when I scouted for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So the coach will take you behind the scenes one on one with a full show today. Stay tuned as we lead off today's show with Noah Schultz from the Chicago White Sox. And the coach one on one, Coach's Corner. Here we go.
Ready?
Ready.
Coach on the road once again, take you youngsters behind the scenes with the MLB stars of the game. And I got the man here for the White Sox, Noah Schultz. Did I get it right?
Yes, sir. You got it right. Thanks for having me.
So you know Coach good at butchering names now.
Yeah.
Last time you was on Coach Show, you had made your rookie debut. You came in this big league, got a taste of what it's all about. Now, what is it like for you now that you got your feet under you?
Yeah, a lot of things. Still learning about a lot of stuff. Taking it really day by day. I definitely think that there's things that every game that I have, there's things that I learn and pick up that didn't really plan on learning. It's obviously new stuff just coming up, which is really cool to be able to learn it up here.
So looking at the major league hitters, I'm sure little butterflies and the shell shock and all that when you first came up. Now that you know the hitters, know what to expect out of them, does that make you a little more relaxed out there?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. At the end of the day, it's a game, and obviously they're the best of the best. But that's what makes we're the best of the best as well as the pitchers. So again, at the end of the day, it's competing. It's a chess match against the hitters. I think that you can't really look at it about who they are. Look at them as the profile of who they are hitters wise, and what to throw them, and you're gonna go from there.
So you're Illinois guy. You from Illinois. Where you from?
I'm from Oswego.
Oswego.
I went to Oswego East High School.
Nobody know us. We go ahead in Chicago, but you northwest suburbs.
Yeah, yep, north suburbs.
Okay, so how much of a White Sox fan were you growing up?
My dad was a Dodgers fan, and his dad was a Dodgers fan, so I grew up a Dodgers fan. But it was always Sox over Cubs, so that's the answer.
We ain't gonna let the audience hear that. We got that.
No, they don't need to. No worries.
So you remember the White Sox, and you guys got a lot of excitement going on right now. You guys in first place, miracle on 34th Street. Nobody thought that at this point. What's you guys' mindset?
Just take it day by day. Kind of piecing days together, and make sure win every series, and then in the long run that it'll all come together. And we're really feeling good as a team. Really getting along well, and playing well, and exciting. To see where the rest of the year takes us.
Now having coached high school, college baseball, scouted 5 major league teams, I know what it's like to be in the locker room with a bunch of characters and comedy and so on and so forth. And rumor has it, y'all locker room is like a college atmosphere.
Yeah, so I didn't go to college, so I don't know what a college atmosphere would be like, but some of the guys explain it to me that way. It's great. Guys being loose, guys, picking each other up, doing, great things around each other. It's a great atmosphere.
Well, okay, let's backtrack. High school, on that bus rides to the game,
Yeah.
where everybody cracking jokes,
Oh, yeah.
throwing pillars, spitballs at each other. In case they don't know, but throwing
Yeah,
spitballs
yeah.
at each other. I'd witnessed it all.
Yeah.
Compare that to what you guys do.
Yeah, there's nothing really like that going on. It's just a lot of guys, being loose, having similar interest in things. When the World Cup was on, that a lot of guys that not huge soccer fans, just things to get us to bond together as teammates, which is huge. Just picking up things that guys are interested in, whether that's doing sports cards or again with the World Cup or there's a ton of things that the guys fantasy football, a lot of things that we all have in common outside of just baseball, which I think helps connect us on the field pretty well too.
So do you guys be ragging on each other in the locker room?
No, there's nothing like that going on. It's pretty simple, but it's a good vibe in there. It's pretty great.
Good trash talking
Yeah.
above each other. Fun trash talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely with the World Cup, we had everyone had their own teams and stuff. So that was a different sport outside of baseball. That we all had the same competitive mindset. That was really good.
Now, rumor has that Mike Vassell was the biggest character on his team.
Yeah, I think that's pretty well known at this point. He's great. He's great. Keeping the guys loose and helping everyone get through stuff when they're going through it, and again keeping it loose and keeping everybody excited to come to the field every day.
So again, you come high school, minor leagues, get to the big leagues. All of a sudden, you in the big leagues and you go into games on planes, private planes. What is that experience like?
It's great. It's definitely it's a privilege. It's awesome. It's something that heard about. The thing in the big leagues, but until you really experience it, the camaraderie and guys playing cards and everything on the plane. It's an awesome environment, and couldn't ask to be around a better group of guys.
And then, last rumor has you guys got your own personal chef, so you can request whatever you want in that locker room to eat.
Yeah, that is true. We do have the cooks here are great. They make great food. And then if you want something else, you can ask for it. And some guys have certain things on certain game days. Like I'll have a chicken quesadilla whenever I pitch. It's great to be able to have that the privilege again of being able to have such great food available to us at all times.
Have you requested a pizza?
I have not requested a pizza. No, I don't know here, but I know in Texas they had a pizza there with like a Texas barbecue on it, and some of the guys were saying it was really good, but I didn't have it.
No, cheese and sausage pizza, not barbecue.
Oh yeah, sausage from Lumonati's is probably my favorite. Lumonati's thin crust, Giordano's deep dish.
So you guys drawing big crowds, and what does it feel like to have 30, 40,000 people in the stands just cheering for you guys?
It's awesome. The environment's great. I think pretty early in the year that once I got here that kind of realized that the fans started showing up, and it was really awesome to be around them and hear them into the game and cheering super loud. It's definitely an experience that it's one of a kind.
Last two questions. What have you found yourself doing differently now that you know what Major League Baseball is about as far as preparation for the game?
Yeah, I think that there's definitely some things that change, but I think in the long-term thing that, a lot of it's similar. I think it's the same game, and, there's a reason that all of us got here in the first place that I think if you get here and try to, switch something up that it's probably not very wise. I know there's some things that obviously you need to change up and adjust to, the hitters, and a lot of things change from the minor leagues, but I think that, on a broader scale that you kind of want to stick to, the same routine that you've done for a while.
So what is one of your most unforgettable moments thus far in the big leagues?
Man, there's so many. Some of I don't want to obviously get into it too much, but some of
you can't tell team secrets.
No, not like that. Some of the rookie duties that all the guys have to do to kind of, I don't know what the way to do it, but everyone has to do it at some point. That with so many rookies that we've had coming up this year, that it's great being able to help each other out and give each other like tips on how to make it a little easier. A lot of fun stuff that obviously makes the team just such a well-oiled machine. Something that gets everyone together and really establishes a good vibe in the locker room.
So let me guess, a couple of them rookie trips, you got to sing?
I did have to, yeah. Had to sing on the bus. Everyone's got to do that first road trip. Some stuff on the plane. Had to do like the flight attendant speech on the plane. Had to do that. Just a lot of stuff. It's great. It's all stuff that it's fun to do, and it's fun to look back. And I think it's even more fun after you have to do it, and then watching everyone else do it. It's cool. Yeah.
You had to dance yet?
I did not have to dance. No. Singing was a little outside my bubble. Dancing's a little farther outside that too. But no, I have not had to yet. Hopefully.
I'm gonna have to tell David Marsh to make sure that he give you the boom box to carry.
Yeah, I do have to do that too. Yeah, I have to carry the speaker. It's all good though. I love it. It's great.
Coach, take your youngsters behind the scenes with the man in S.
Sir.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And that was Noah Schultz. Now next up is Edgar Curl from the Chicago White Sox, catcher. And the coach, Coach's Corner, MLB Classic interviews, one-on-one with the MLB stars of the game. Coach on the road once again, take your youngsters behind the scenes with the MLB stars of the game. And I got the man here, E. How we doing?
I'm pretty good, man. Happy to be here with you today. It's pretty good in Chicago. I like to be out, take dinner, get a spot here, and happy to be at the town back.
So we're taking our youngsters behind the scenes on what it's like being a major league ball player. What's this big league experience been like for you?
Big league experience for me has been pretty good. Having a really good year last year. Feel happy to be back. This year, having a tough year at the beginning of the year, but it's part of the game. Have the mentality good, especially right now because we're playing good baseball. And I think I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be good, man. Ready for the playoff.
How much of a roller coaster ride is it emotionally for a major league ball player?
It's tough, man. Has been a lot since I come here. I pass coming from Cuba. It's a hard country, and get here, being Dominican for a couple of years. Before my sign, and get here in the U.S. and play baseball. Been in the minor leagues a couple of years too. But like I say, I'm happy to be here. I'm glad to be here. Thanks God for putting me in this spot. This is what I want to be for a long time.
So what is it like having to hit major league pitching?
It's tough sometimes. It's a couple good guys around the league. It's a lot of good level here. But yeah, it's good. It's just trying to be damaged every time I get in the box and take a good ABs.
So who were some of the players that you idolized growing up as a youngster?
We say Yadi Molina because of my position. I watched him a lot when I was a kid. He's a legend. He's a GOAT, and I'm happy to see him when I was growing up.
And what about on this White Sox team? You guys doing pretty good this year.
Yeah, we're playing good baseball. Like I said in spring training, we have a really good team, a bunch of good guys. They're playing really good, and we're happy to play good every day. And we're gonna keep playing hard and trying to make the postseason.
Are you guys winning and the fans coming out? What is it like having 20, 30,000 people in the stands?
It's really fun. It's really fun, man. Especially coming from last year, it's not a lot of people coming here to the field to support us, and doing what we're doing right now, and the fans are coming here to support us. It's pretty good and amazing for us. We're coming out to play every day, happy because we know the guys are coming here to support the team, and it's pretty good, pretty fun.
So what is it like when fans hollering and screaming "Edgar, Edgar" and ask you for your autograph?
It's funny and I like it because I know a lot of guys support me, even when I'm not doing really good this year. But I know it's a lot of people outside still believe in me, and I hopefully can turn that page on, and I can do my best again to be good.
I gotta ask you this question: you're in Chicago, playing for the White Sox. Have you had Chicago pizza yet?
Yes, I eat Chicago pizza. I'm a big fan of pizza, and I eat a Chicago pizza. Really good. I like it.
Like deep dish or thin dish?
Deep dish.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, the Chicago fans, what do you think about these fans here in Chicago?
These fans in Chicago, they like a baseball. They support the team. I saw they so hard with the team and with the players, and I like it because they expect a lot of good team for the team, and we're happy for that.
And what about your teammates? Rumor has it y'all like a college atmosphere, fun and games all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of good teammates. I've been playing with a lot of guys from the minor leagues too. It's a lot of young players here, and I'm happy to be with them. Especially coming from minor leagues in the same team, and just happy for that. And we're doing a really good job.
So kids go watch ESPN. Do you watch SportsCenter and see if you be in the da-da-da moments?
I don't watch more SportsCenter, but I remember last year in my debut. I hit a run drive to the pitcher, and he flicked his glove behind his back, and he got my line drive, and he was top 5 on SportsCenter. So I think it was the second time that I saw in SportsCenter.
You be watching it now.
Yeah, a little bit sometimes.
Last couple questions. First major league hit.
Wow, it was amazing. It was in Boston. Such a good feel. Coming from pinch hitter, I remember, and hit a double to left field. It was amazing. Amazing feel.
First major league home run.
First major league homer was in Colorado against I think it was Sensatella was pitching. It was a really good homer. It was a really good contact. I remember I knew it right away when I hit the ball that ball was gone.
You still got the ball?
Yeah, I got the ball.
What'd you do with it?
I save it on my house. It's in my house.
I'm gonna come get it and sell it on eBay.
No, let's save it for a good reason.
We'll save it till you get to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I said last question. Let me ask you. You had 3 of your teammates make the All-Star team. What's your thoughts about that?
It's pretty good, man. I'm so happy for them. Those guys made the All-Star team, and I think a couple guys more can be there. We playing really good baseball. There's a lot of good players here, and just happy for them.
So what would it mean to you next year to be on that All-Star team?
Yeah, I hope that I can be there too at some points. I'm working hard for that, and hopefully I can come back next year and do what I can do better.
Coach introducing Chicago to Edgar Carroll. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my man.
All right, thanks a lot.
Well, we're in our archives and we're taking you back for oldie but goodie. The coach with Torrey Hunter, 101, the MLB Major League Baseball All-Star, Torrey Hunter and the coach.
How you been, man?
I'm great. Great. Trying to stay out of trouble.
Oh man, that's easy to do. They ain't no you try. That's what we do. Trouble gonna find you no matter who you are. Though.
Hey, welcome to the big league.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anywhere you go, I don't care high you low, what classification you in, you gonna find trouble.
I'm gonna take you back a little bit, so I'm gonna make you put your thinking cap on.
Uh-oh.
You know the routine. Welcome back to Talk to Me with the coach, Michael E. Mayden. As we're on the road once again, taking youngsters behind the scenes, what it's like being a major league ball player. And we found a man here, Torrey Hunter.
How you doing? How you doing, Coach?
Doing
You good?
great. Are you?
I'm all right, man. I can't complain. I'm having fun.
All right. Well, I got you in my neck of the woods now.
Yeah, I'm in your neck of the woods for sure. But, you know, it's always good to come back. It's one of my favorite places to play. And whenever I see you, I'm excited.
Uh-oh, you're going to make me blush. You keep that up. Well, you know, I got to take you back a little bit. Now, your career, Major League Baseball career, started in 1979.
Really? 1979?
Okay, strike that.
1979.
Well, look, I wasn't even born then. I'm only 13, so I don't know what you're talking about. Your Major League, I got to take you back a little bit. Your Major League career started in 1997.
Yeah.
That's a long time. I mean, you're a five-time All-Star, 9-time Golden Glove. How many more years left for Torrey Hunter in this game?
How many more weeks? No, you know what? I'm going to take it 1 year at a time. You know, this offseason I'm going to kick back and go see my boys play some college football and see how the body responds. And, you know, it's more mental than physical. Just the grind of the everyday travel or just playing every day, you know, the grind on the body, the mind. So I just kind of sit back in the off season, try to figure out, you know, what's my next move, whether it's going back to play Major League Baseball or, you know, going into the front office or being on TV and talking about these guys, you know, and talk about how good I used to be. But, you know, I'm just going to sit back and evaluate everything and see what happens.
Let's see if you go in the front office. Coach can go around dropping names and get a little juice around here.
Well, I don't know if I want to coach or anything like that. I want to really give back and help out the front office. There's a lot of guys up there that never played in the major leagues, and they kind of got away from the players being in the, you know, that played in the major leagues and got dirt on their spikes. And, you know, a lot of organizations don't have major league players up there anymore. So hopefully I can be that buffer before for the front office, you know, in between and on the field, you know, just kind of give them a different aspects of everything and not always numbers. You know, it's a story behind the numbers.
Yeah. So when you reflect back over the career you have had thus far in Major League Baseball, what do you want your legacy to be when you do wrap it up?
You know, for me, the one legacy I really would love for everybody to remember me by is how fruitful, you know, I was in this game. As far as all my mistakes and failures that I've made in this game and playing 19 seasons, I've learned a lot, you know, and the only way you can learn a lot is listen. That's why God gave you two of these and see and watch, and that's what I did. I learned a lot. I listened to a lot of guys before me and took some of their wisdom, and I have my own wisdom, which is heal pain, and that's what I want to do, is kind of give it back to these guys, whether it's on my team, other teams, or other players, because all of us are out for the same common goal, is to play this great game of baseball, win a World Series, and make good money, you know, but also to help these guys off on the field, help them out off the field, and that's what I tried to do in this game. No matter who you were, I always tried to give back and give them information, whether it's financial, family, anything, and so that's one thing I want to be remembered of as a great player who tried to give it back and to help everybody around him.
So you find yourself being a mentor along the way too?
Oh, you have no choice, man, but to be a mentor. I mean, the longer you play, the longer you work, the longer anybody does anything for a long time, you gain wisdom. And there's a person behind you that's trying to get to where you are. You know, you got to be a selfish person to not give it back and help those kids out and make them better than you were. And that's what I'm here for. You know, my profession is just happened to be Major League Baseball, so what am I going to do? I'm going to give it back to all these guys who are trying to get to where I've been. And so I have to kind of let them know how I overcame a lot of failures and mistakes I've made in my life and helped those guys out.
And I'm going to throw these last two questions at you. You know, when you look at Torrey Hunter, 19 years, your better days are behind you. You got to, at some point in time, give consideration to hanging it up. When you look at the decline of African-American players in the game, yourself, when you guys leave out, there's no African-Americans coming behind you. There's no Darryl Strawberries, there's no Griffey Juniors coming. All the brothers in the game are the stars of the game.
You know what? You try to stay away from stuff like that. I've been called a lot of names because I've been outspoken about that. But you know what? I think Major League Baseball, a lot of the players around, especially African-American players around the league, are actually, you know, we're out there trying to push forward and really give back and get these kids interested. But, you know, the more that I dig deep and the deeper I get, I see that there's less scholarships, you know, for college. And I think there's a small percentage that they give out in college baseball, and you get a full ride in basketball and football. So I think a lot of kids are gravitating towards that. It's more expensive on the lower levels like Little League and, you know, 15, 16-year-olds. Travel baseball is expensive, you know, so, and it's hard to get sponsors in the inner city. So I definitely think that, you know, finances got a lot to do with the decrease in African Americans in baseball.
Would it help if we had more baseball academies in our inner city that's geared strictly toward the development on the fundamental skills? You know, I know being a former Major League scout, we always heard the African-American ball player was 2 to 3 years behind in his talent abilities compared to other ball players.
Well, still there's some athletic ability there, you know. You know, athletic ability, I think, wins every time. You know, you look at a guy named Lorenzo Cain, you know, with center fielder with
he's a beast.
No, but think about it. He didn't play baseball, organized baseball, till he was like 16. Okay. You know, never played baseball, and then he comes in, he plays on a travel ball, and all those guys on his travel team didn't make it to the major leagues, but he did. Yeah. You know, they say they kind of laughed at him, and you know, and say he was behind, and then next thing you know, he's in the major leagues, and he's an all-star. And he's the MVP of the World Series.
He's a beast.
Because he's an athlete. You know, a lot of guys are like him in the inner city. They're very athletic. They just need a little training here and there. But the best thing about it, they have instincts and athletic ability to see ball, hit ball. So I definitely think, you know, if we have more academies, yeah, that helps out a lot. But it all boils down, follow the money. You know, if there's no money there, there's no financial backing, you won't see an increase nowhere.
So what a World Series championship ring do for Torrey Hunter before his career is over with?
No, what did it do for anybody? Not just for Torrey Hunter. What did it do for anybody? We're all brainwashed to win the World Series, and every player. And if I win the World Series, I'd be happy. If anybody wins the World Series, they would be happy. So, you know, whatever questions that was ever asked to any player, I'm giving you the same one. I'll be so thankful and grateful. But if it doesn't happen, it wasn't meant to be. But at the same time, I've done a lot in this game. I've helped a lot of people in this game. A lot of people have helped me. So I would be happy with that.
And I got to end on this note, you know, being that you're here in Chicago, a lot of people don't know, you did a lot of reach deep down in your heart and did a lot to help those Jackie Robinson parents get down to the Little League World Series that we don't know about. Whatever came out of it, they made it there.
No, they made it there and they did whatever they had to do. And I hate that those kids got stripped, you know, for some reason, I don't know. But I hate they got stripped and their dream was stripped. But one thing they can't take away is the experience. And going down there and showing and prove to people that they can play that game. And I think they went down there and represented well, despite of what happened. And I don't know what truly happened, but I'm still, you know, happy for those guys.
And we know Torrey Hunter rallied a crew to get behind them to make sure it happened for them parents.
Oh, we did, man. We made sure. We had B.J. Upton, Justin Upton, LaTroy Hawkins, myself, Edwin Jackson. We had a lot of players, you know, behind the scenes just kind of help out and help finance a lot of those families to get there and so they can see their kids play in the Little League World Series. But the experience you can never take away. You take away the trophies, you can take away all that material stuff, but the life experience is what really changes lives. And so I definitely think that's going to help those kids out in the future.
You just called out some heavyweights, too.
Oh, yeah, those some big dogs, man. We did what we had to do.
Coach, taking you behind the scenes with my true hero, Torrey Hunter.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
For this home fan, I miss y'all when y'all came through
I
earlier.
know. That's good stuff, man.
on here and sing it a little bit. Okay. Save a little bit.
MLB Classic interviews with the coach, again, one-on-one with the MLB stars of the game. And now I got Billy Brick. Coach scouted for 5 major league teams. One of the teams I scouted for was the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Billy Brick was my scouting supervisor. So here's the coach with Billy Brick, a man among man. Rest in peace, Billy Brick.
We're on the road at U.S. Cellular Field, and I ran across the man, Billy Brick, here. How we doing today?
Mike, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great.
Good to be here.
You know, you've been around baseball a long time, and you got a number of titles. What's your role today in baseball?
Just Major League Scout. I do the American League for the Diamondbacks.
So when you're out there in the field for those youngsters watch the show, what are you looking for?
Same thing I look for when you work for me. Look for tools and makeup, guys who play the game the right way.
And bouncing around, covering major league coverage, I mean, you know, what weaknesses do you look for in the guys?
Well, you know, I've been doing this for 4 years now. Before this, I was a field coordinator, as you know, and you know, you look for kind of the same things, except in the big leagues, you look for guys that are getting better and guys that are getting worse. You know, you want to make sure that if you stick your neck in the noose, that you're getting what you see. So, and that's why you got to see them every year, and more than once.
So, do you kind of go and advise the team on potential trades, maybe?
Right. I make a report on every player in the American League.
So, anybody that you see that you might want to drop a hint on might be a rising star. Now, as a scout, you know, you're out there and you saw a lot of good talent, and of course, everybody in baseball know you. Heard some of the players that you're responsible for drafting along the way.
Oh, a long time ago with the Pirates, I drafted Wes Chamberlain out of Simeon. I couldn't sign him, but we got him 3 years later out of college. Tommy Prince, the catcher, Keith Shepard, Sean Lawrence, Rob Makoviak, who played right here. Signed him with the Pirates. In fact, he was the last player I ever signed with the Pirates. Paul Wagner, Paul Miller, a lot of guys who had a cup of coffee, maybe a year or two. But anyway, you know, you get the luck of the draft sometimes. You put the guys in and you hope you get them. So Louis Collier was Tom Bernard and myself. Most of you know Lou from Chicago Vocational, great kid. He's scouting right now with the Royals, and he's a class professional.
You know, you got a long itinerary in baseball. I mean, what was the keys to you over the years to maintaining the relationship and the success that you had in this game?
Well, I've been very lucky to, you know, I wasn't a very good player, so I only played a few years in the minor leagues, and people have asked me before, how'd you become a scout? I said, well, I wasn't a good player, but I worked as a recommending scout for Bill Clark, learned how he did things, and managed in the minor leagues, and was fortunate enough to get a scouting job in 1979, and been very fortunate to continue to work and hope to have 5 or 6 good years left.
You know, I used to work for you. I want to know, is there anybody in baseball that you don't know?
Well, yeah, I'm sure there are, but you know, you have to represent your organization, and you got to get. You can look at the player, but you got to find out what the makeup's like. So you better talk to the right people.
This is the man for those of you in TV land, Billy Brick. The man is the man.
Mike, thank you.
All right.
Well, that's a wrap for today's show. Time go by when you're having fun. But make sure you tune in to our next show and tell a friend to tune in and catch us. And we'll be back. Peace out.